A lot of sunshine out there in Winchester so far this afternoon, and it's hot out there in that sun as well as the temperatures have been jumping up. It's one of the warmest days we've seen in the month of August so far. It's 84 degrees in Winchester right now. Of course, the elevation difference does help at times, but the further east that you head, well, there's some of those 90s popping up in Germantown, Frederick, 91 degrees apiece, Chantilly at 90 degrees, all the way over in Aspen Hill at 93, but we're still in the 80s here in Hagerstown, Leesburg, and Charlestown at this hour, and temperatures are continuing to rise as we go throughout the day. Quite a difference in humidity depending on where you're located. There is more humidity down into portions of northern Virginia, southern Maryland, even extending back into Thurmont, but some drier air still holds in place the further west that you go, so that humidity is going to be a factor for some, not as much for others this afternoon, and that will play into how warm it feels out there. Feeling like 102 in Germantown, but the heat index really not a factor as you go along the Interstate 81 corridor. So that is going to be the story of the day. It's going to be hot and a bit humid at times, depending on where you are located here today. The sunshine is pretty prevalent out there this afternoon. A few pop-up storms firing into central Virginia, but generally that activity is going to avoid the four-state region as we go throughout the day today. We'll be in a little bit of a bubble per se as we go throughout the rest of your day today, keeping the shower and storm activity suppressed to our south. That will be changing as we go into the day, of course, tomorrow and then beyond through the rest of the week. We are back to the 90s, like I mentioned, though, this afternoon, and then that bubble of dry weather does burst as we go later this week because a front stalls overhead starting tomorrow through the rest of the week, and we'll have seasonal temperatures back to the middle 80s and then daily storm chances from here on out. But check it out here today. We're not worried about that. Just a few additional clouds throughout the afternoon and evening hours, and things remain very quiet as we go through the overnight tonight into your Tuesday morning. Now, additional clouds start to fill in tomorrow afternoon as that front approaches, and we will have a shot at seeing a stray shower or storm. But generally, tomorrow is also looking like another dry day before we start to really pick up that cloud cover going into Wednesday morning, and then eventually the storms will follow. And there is, again, the setup we are going to have starting on Wednesday, going through Friday. That front stalls directly overhead, and from there on out the rest of the week, we are talking about daily storm chances right along and south of that front, and that includes the entire four-state region. So if you're looking for drier weather today, tomorrow, that is when we're going to get it, and then we'll have that very stormy weather the rest of the week into next weekend. The good news is, though, temperatures will be a touch cooler.